And then when I turn the page over, it says, hey, but this rule I'm just showing you, this 68, 95, 99.7, it only applies to normal models. And real data is never normal, like Michael Jordan, good old MJ, except you guys were too young to call him that. So we use the ideal model because nothing's ever perfect. So there was this famous statistician, his name was George Box, and he said all models are wrong, but some are more useful. So it's never going to perfectly match up like this, but this is useful for guessing about how much data. So we're going to try some problems to help you get used to this. It says, suppose that a distribution of test scores, so the shape of test scores, is approximately normal. And the middle 95% of scores are between 72 and 84. With that information, can you figure out what the mean and the standard deviation are? Okay. Well, you say to yourself, yeah, if I can remember which of the notches is 95. So let me look right here. 68 is 1 standard deviation, 95 is 2, and 99.7 is 3. So here's the mean, which is what they want me to find. They tell me that 95% of the data, so from the second notch over to the left and the second notch to the right, between here and here, is 95%. And that this is from 72 to 84. And now the question is, can you tell them how much they must be skipping every time and where the middle number is? How are we going to find out how far it is from here to here, then here to here, then here to here, then here to here, and write down what the middle number is? Well, how far is it from here to here? What is, let's think about this for a minute. What is 84 minus 72? Okay, that's 12. And I need to divide 12 up into 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So there's 12 apart, just so I can show my work what I did. I did 84 minus 72 is 12. And then 12 needs to get divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. So that's 3. So let's see if it works that we think that the standard deviation must be 3. Let's see. So 72 plus 3 more, plus 3 more, plus 3 more, plus 3 more. Ha! Look at us. So the mean is that term that's in the center of the curve is 78, and the standard deviation is 3. Now, you think you can repeat that in the homework? Okay, if you get that one, try this. Can you calculate the percent of scores that are above 80? Okay, well, let's see. Here's 80. Like what? Like about right here. Can you give an approximately, or this is approximately, what percent of the data is above 80? Well, let's see. I know that I'm going to need some kind of subtraction. Do you know how much data is from here to here? I'm going to need a little curve. I'm going to redraw this curve. That was bad. Okay, I know that from here to here, let's say I'm at 1 standard deviation. From here to here, 68, because that's what the rule said. 2 standard deviations is 95. And I want this 81 right here. I'm just labeling my graphs so I think about it. Okay, just a minute. I need to pause. Okay, then there's check your understanding. Good morning. Okay, so now we're supposed to look at these graphs and find out what proportion is, let's read it. Find the proportion of observations from the standard normal distribution that are less than, okay, so less than, that's going down, 0.54. So this number is the standard deviation. So I say, okay, here's the mean. I want to go, it says positive, so up half of a standard deviation, so about right here. Then what you do is you draw a line up and you put a little flag on it. This marks where we're stopping, up a half. And then I want to color less than that. So from this flag, less than is that way. What percent of the graph is less than? Now, you know how we had trouble when we were trying to guess up here? All we could really do is kind of guess, well, I don't know, this looks like here's 50%, some number less than 50%, so maybe it was like 40%, 30%. We just know it's less than half. But now, down here, I can show you how to do it for real. On your calculator, there's a button called normal, because this is a normal graph. Then there's a CDF that's just hooked on after it, and then it will show you a parenthesis. Then what you do with this is you say, I would like to know how much of the normal graph is colored from over here up to my flag. So from the edge, from the left edge up to my flag. So from left to right is how you read it. The left is clear down here, and just for safety they go clear down to like 99 standard deviations in case it goes clear over here. Negative because it's to the left. Then you do comma, and then to the right is where my flag is, and my flag is 0.54. Okay, so let me go show you how to type that in. So you go to your calculator, clear your screen. Under distributions, let me look for it for a second. Yeah, distributions above the bars button is number 2, normal CDF. Now it brings it to your home screen. Then we wanted to go from the left, which was forever, comma, to the right, which was our flag. What was our flag at? 0.54. Parenthesis. And now it will tell me what percent of my graph I've colored. Oh, 70%. 70.54. So it did this, which means to me I have shaded 70.54%. Okay, let's try it again. Find the proportion of observations from the standard normal distribution that are greater than, so that's this way, negative 1.12. So there's my standard deviation. This time it's negative. So from the middle, here's the middle, I need to go down 1 and a little bit standard deviations. You know, because that was my standard deviation, negative 1.12. And I want to color, which way did they tell me to color? Greater than. Greater than's that way, so I'm coloring all of this. So then to use my